All right, hello everybody. Whoever's with us right now, welcome. My name is David Garibaldi, and as always, we're going to be getting into one painting today. I've got a new one, new style. So as you're joining, wherever you are in the world, just leave a comment. Let me know where are you, and we're just going to wait while some people are joining us, and then hopefully I can get our special guest on later on after the painting. We'll do like a split screen interview. So in the meantime, man, it's been so long since we've done a live stream, so I appreciate you guys just at some point still tuning in, watching these, and we'll check back in just a little bit. But again, welcome to the live stream. All right, hello to Joseph Beckham. You rock, because you're the first comment on the screen, and you are from Lynchburg, Virginia. So welcome, Joseph. We've got Kat Brackett. Hello to you, thanks for joining. And yes, family's doing great, kids are amazing, but I can't wait for them to go back to school full time. So, all right, Craig, Tilly, what's up? Welcome. All right, we're gonna get started very soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. All right, we've got Lara Ock from Germany. Welcome to you. And let's see, Colo Wharf Rats. Cheers to you. And you're watching on Twitch. Twitch family, what's up? Shannon Hamilton. Hello to the whole Hamilton family. They are in Canada. Where else is everybody from? Wherever you're watching right now, before we get started, I just want to know, where are you watching this live stream? So Jack Vargas from Los Angeles, California. And Lara Ock. Am I saying that correctly? Lara Ock. Lameda from, I'm Forzheim? Is it Forzheim? You have to help me out on that. But either way, Colos from Colorado, welcome to you as well. And I'm super excited about today's live stream, not only because it's been quite a while. Feels good to be back, but I've got this new collection of paintings, and I haven't done any of them live like this. If you follow my social media, I hope you do. You've been seeing this collection coming to life. We have a big launch tomorrow and another one next week, but I wanted to go live today to just do a new painting for you, just to have fun. So let's see, Ricky Hamill, hey to you as well. Thanks for joining in. And later on too, hopefully, I'm gonna check my texts, hopefully we can get them on here, and we'll have a special guest join us later on. So I'm excited about that. What else is on your mind? What is on your mind? Let me know in the chat down below. And check some of these. All right, we are good to go. What else has been new? So also, I'm going to be sharing about something that you may have heard online or through, some of the news, big news about NFTs. I'm going to explain a little bit about what an NFT is and why it's changing the world of art. So I'll share that later on as well. But I'm excited to get into this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go ahead and get into this live stream. All right, welcome everybody. Actually, I'm a little zoomed out right there. Either way, welcome everybody. We're gonna get into the live stream, but let's go ahead and hit the bumper, and we'll talk more about what we're doing. All right, yeah, so today's portrait is inspired by this icon that is literally changing the world. Real quick, Ray, we can zoom out on this lens over here. Okay. So I've got this icon. So if you follow me on social media, I've been putting out this new collection called Out of Mind, which is, you know me for doing these pop portraits. Well, this new Out of Mind collection just sort of opens them up. We'll go the other way. There we go. And that's good right there. That's good. And we just open up these pop portraits, these icons, and we just see what's going on, at least my interpretation of what's going on inside. So today, I'm gonna paint for you a new portrait for the collection, an icon who is maybe taking us all to space in the future. I don't know, you'll have to see it as it comes to life. If you got my text and you're watching actually the YouTube feed on my website, I gave a little hint of who it is. So we'll get that in a little bit. For now, let's go ahead and go to the chat. If you have anything on your mind right now, go ahead and just let me know in the chat and we'll talk about it. So Michaela Brown says hello from Sacramento, California. That's where I'm at. So shout out to Sacktown. Let's see, Jack Vargas asked, how can I have one of your paintings? I like your art. Well, if you want to enter a giveaway, we actually have a new phone number. Do we have the phone number? There we go. So Jack, send me a text, 916-866-8101, and it'll enter you to not only win a painting, but also you'll get early access to like super limited edition drops that we have. Patrick is watching on YouTube, and Patrick, that's one of my favorite places to just watch live streams in general, so hopefully you're enjoying the quality or the experience there. I appreciate it. All right, Ricky Hamill, so you've been checking out, thank you, I'm glad you like the collection. It's been coming along pretty well. I did a bunch of paintings the last couple months. We filmed them, and I've been slowly, day by day, sharing it on social. And then today, or yesterday, I announced that we have a drop coming with deadmau5. So deadmau5 is a massive EDM producer, personality, and that print drops tomorrow. There's only 100, and they're signed by myself and deadmau5. And actually, I have a little sample here. Hold on a second. I don't know if it'll fit in the screen, but we'll see. This is a little taste of the print dropping tomorrow. Again, there's only 100 of them, and they're signed by myself and deadmau5. So super excited about that. Let's go back to, okay, so Patrick is in Boise, Idaho. Shout out to Idaho. Craig Tilley asked, are you jumping on the NFT wagon? Yes, so we jumped on it quite a while ago, but I'm finally able to formally announce that next week, a week from today, I'll be dropping on Nifty Gateway, a collection of 4 new paintings that will be offered as NFTs. So those of you wondering still, what is an NFT? It stands for non-fungible token. Another best way I could describe it is a digital file, like a photo or video that it's verified. It's there's a technology called a blockchain where you can actually track who owns it, who sells it, where it goes, and it has completely changed the art world. So we signed up to do this maybe a couple months ago, and it has completely exploded. So, my monitor actually just went out, but it's okay. Let's keep going, and let's go ahead and get into today's painting. So we'll go ahead and go to the intro. Let's get into it. All right, welcome everybody. We're gonna get started very soon. Just pinning a comment on there. All right, I am back. Welcome. So if you are on Instagram or TikTok, welcome. I know on Instagram we've got some extra music and audio, but if you want a better viewing experience, definitely go to my YouTube page, or you can go to the link that's in my bio that says watch live stream. Those of you right here, welcome. So throughout this painting, I'm gonna create one painting for you, and feel free to ask questions in the chat. I'm gonna answer those while I paint. I'll try my best to describe the process of what I'm doing, and we'll just enjoy the painting process. It's been a while since I did a live stream like this. So welcome everybody, and welcome to ARTLIFE Live. Let's go. All right, let's get to it. So let's paint. As always, I'm gonna create this painting, just doing one today, and it is inspired by that new collection I've been putting out called Out of Mind, where we just dive a little bit deeper into the mind of these icons. I've got this icon that I want to create for you. I've never done their portrait, but something I just always wanted to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. Can anybody borrow the NFT? So no, so once the NFT is sold to the winners or the buyers of them, that person can sell them, but they cannot transfer it any other way. They could probably give it away, but it is something that you purchase and collect. So let's actually go to the, I'm gonna switch cameras to this one. So again, I haven't done this portrait before, so taking my time just a little bit. So we're gonna start this portrait off first with the portrait, because we are doing the Out of Mind style, so I am gonna add some other elements later on. But for now, I just wanna establish the bulk of this head, this face, this personality. And if you don't see it in the description, I'm curious, who's gonna be the first to guess who it is? Thank you guys for joining this live stream. Let's go to a little bit lighter color. This brush is coming apart and like literally leaving bristles on the canvas surface. Demi Lovato. Okay, so someone's guessing already. We've got one guess. Someone said Demi Lovato. Interesting. I always love hearing the guesses, by the way, because they're all so different. Michael Jackson. Someone said Michael Jackson. So I haven't done this portrait before of this person. So if you follow my work and you've seen stuff before. Someone said Ozzy. The Joker. The Joker. Aretha Franklin. All very interesting guesses so far, I would say that. Mia Hamm. Mia Hamm is very specific. All right, let's go to a lighter color, and we started with the undertone, the darker color, and we're just gonna get lighter and lighter as we go, hopefully giving the illusion that there is a face sitting on this canvas surface. And then, you know, I'm gonna refine it as we go. We'll just keep refining and refining. It's never perfect right away, but you just keep adding to it. Self-portrait? Self-portrait? No, not a self-portrait. I could see why you would think that though, because there's no hair yet. So the cool thing about this whole new style of you know, painting these portraits with the out of mind style is adding these elements to the painting that, you know, symbols that can say who it is without saying who it is. So that's always been a fun part of this process.
Another Michael Jackson.
Okay, got some Michael Jacksons. I'm gonna switch brushes because this one is literally falling apart on me. There we go. So I'm gonna keep your guesses coming. Let me know what you think. Or if you have any questions. Okay, we got a correct guess. That's always a good sign. There's always a good sign when someone guesses correctly. That means I'm like, just at least moving in the right direction. All right, let's keep this going. So I'm gonna mix two grays here. When I do things like the teeth or the eyes, I never go straight for the white of the eye, but we'll get or the teeth. Just get a little bit of it there. And then what we'll do is we'll add some more reflection on top of it. So again, you gotta just trust the process. I'm gonna use the wall as a palette. Gonna get like a little bit rosier skin tone for this person because there is more of a blood flow in the lip, so naturally it's gonna be a little bit more red. So we'll add the first layer of the lip there. We'll go a little bit lighter. Just going back and forth, mixing all these colors together. I'm gonna cut into this just a little bit. And then we'll just keep getting lighter and lighter with the highlights. So it's been a while since I've done a live stream. Feels good to be back. All right, let's keep building this up. So I'm gonna mix some brown with the gray, just because I want to tone down the brown a little bit. So we get into the hair. All right, so someone asked, how can they get a portrait made from me? Best way to do is to email me. You can send an email to info@GaribaldiArts.com, and that is the best way to contact us. And then we can go from there. All right, we'll just get a little bit lighter up on top of his hair. I haven't painted this before, so I'm just kind of, say I'm freestyling this and just figuring it out. All right. Let's keep this going. And then also, when you see this later on, as the paint dries, you'll be able to see it from different angles and to actually see that true color come through. All right, let's get some. Actually, you know what? Let's get some brushes over here. Let me get some yellow, mix it with this white so we can go a little bit lighter. And then we can come up closer with this camera. I'm going to do some details down here to start creating some of the shapes that make up the other icons in this. I'll start with this yellow. Move on to some blue. We're going to create like a little mini sunset. All right, let's actually get a smaller brush over here to add some details. Okay. We'll leave that there, and then we'll start. Actually, let's start using the hands. Go to this dark gray. Do a quick wash. Actually, let's grab some brushes this next part, just because I want this color to be a little bit more precise than what my hands can do. So these paintings are built up in layers. I mean, even though sometimes they happen very quickly, things like this, it's gonna build it up in layers. Be patient, take your time. Actually, what you'll see it in a little bit, but this is one of the hardest things to paint when I'm painting right now, which is smoke. I think just because it's so fluid. So someone asked, how long is my longest painting taken? I think maybe in the past handful of years, maybe an hour or so it's taken. All right, so now we can start building up some of the highlights on the smoke. This will all make sense. Nothing ever makes sense when you first start doing it. We got some highlights added. We're gonna start adding some shadows to this smoke.
For the Dead Mouse collab, did you meet in person or online?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So someone asked how the Dead Mouse collab happened. We were introduced this through mutual friends of ours, and that's kind of how it happened. But it all happened virtually. We haven't been able to meet in person because of, obviously, the way that the world is right now. It's coming to life. Let's ditch those. Let's go with some bigger brushes now. Someone asked, do I sell my paintings? And yes, I do. You can always reach out to us via email. So you can email info@garibaldiarts.com, and we can see if we can find a match.
Is there an optimum viewing distance for your paintings?
Well, my paintings are originally made to be performed in live audiences. So someone said, is there an optimum distance? And they're made to be seen in an arena full of people, but it's also really cool to see them up close because it's a completely different painting, whether you're up close or far away. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. And let's start adding the fun stuff. Go get some of this spray paint just to add a little bit more element of the burst of yellow in this cloud. Let's go back with some white now. Also, by the way, while you're watching this, I just want to know, where are you in the world? So what city, state, country are you watching this in? Let me know in the chat so I can shout you out.
How long have you been painting and how did you start?
All right, so someone asked, how long have I been painting and how did I start? So I've been painting for 18 years now, and I started just painting live at local, jazz clubs and nightclubs in Sacramento. And that's where I live, that's where I grew up. And, from there, I just started developing this live performance show. And it sort of just like developed over time. So I would say, yeah, about 18 years. All right, so Alabama, Louisiana, Argentina, New Zealand, New Jersey, New York.
Salt Lake City, Boise, Moscow.
So Salt Lake City, Boise, Moscow. Someone asked me earlier on a live stream that I was on, and they said, what was my favorite color? This is it, this like magenta, it's like an infrared UV paint. There we go. See that? Another one of my favorite colors is this cyan spray paint as well. From, I believe this is from the company MTN. These spray paints that I'm going through, these are always like, they're a complete mess. I tried to organize them recently, but it's still a little crazy. All right. So on, if you're on Instagram, can you guys hear the music on there? I'm just curious, how was the music, the sound on there? All right, perfect, good to know. We're just trying some new stuff out.
What's your favorite painting you've ever done?
All right, so someone just asked, what is my favorite painting that I've ever done? And honestly, there are so many different paintings to choose from. So I'm just gonna say, it's always my next painting. So right now, it's the one I'm currently working on. I'm sure after this, there'll be another one, but I try my best not to look back. But I would say probably the most classic one that I've done over time, and I've been able to paint it and gauge if I'm getting better or not, but that's Einstein. Einstein has always been one of my favorite paintings to do. Oh, that is not gonna work. And this is why I need to organize my paints better. Let's go back over here. There we go. You know, when I paint, I'm always just in the midst of, some crazy thoughts. So the live streams are different because I'm stopping to talk to you guys, which I enjoy, but usually I'm just going from color to color.
Will this painting be for sale?
So someone asked, will this painting be for sale? Yeah, we'll probably make it available in my online store. Well, actually not in the online store, in my website gallery. It'll be available.
How do you put up with the smell of spray paint?
Well, the thing is, I don't really use much of it. That's about it. So I think if I was spraying all day long, it'd be pretty aggravating, but I don't mind the smell. All right, let's keep going. So those of you watching right now, we haven't done a live stream in a while, so I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to watch this live stream as I create this painting behind me. All right. Let's, you know what, before we do this,
How much does a painting like this cost?
so someone asked how much does a painting like this cost, and honestly, my paintings can average anywhere from, I don't know, 5,000 on average on up. It just depends on what it is. Honestly, I'm painting it right now, so I can't really tell you what the actual cost is.
Do you use a photo for reference when painting?
No, it depends on what I'm doing, but right now I don't have a photo nearby that I'm referencing. All right.
How long do these paintings normally take?
It honestly, so someone asked how long does these paintings normally take, and it can vary anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. You know, art, you just gotta let art happen, you gotta let inspiration take place, and if something else inspires me along the way or need to fix it, we keep painting until it's done.
How many paintings do you have in your house?
Ooh, that's a great question. Someone asked how many paintings do I have in my house. Of my own, only one, to be honest. That is it. I like to keep all my paintings here at my studio rather than at my house. So also, we'll show you this painting up close when I'm done in just a bit. For now, thank you for your patience and coming along for this journey. Yep. I'm gonna go add some water to these brushes. All right, let's throw some paint around. You know, I do find myself standing back and looking at these more than just when I was doing the performance portraits, which I would just create, get done, do super fast and move on. But these, it's kind of nice to just stop and take my time and create as I'm inspired. All right, take one last look at this painting inspired by Elon Musk. We've got the Tesla Model X down at the bottom, the SpaceX rocket blasting through it and opening up the mind of Elon Musk. So take one last look and then we'll chat before we sign off. Yeah, show them the Model X in the bottom and then just make your way up. Again, this inspired by this new collection, Out of Mind, just using the symbols to tell the subject story and opening up what's happening in these iconic minds. And of course we got Mars on the top. So keep taking a closer look. Again, thank you so much for joining this ARTLIFE live stream. It's been a while, so I appreciate you taking some time to watch this, however long you watched. Again, Elon Musk for the inspiration. Just a fun, quick one for you today. So take one last look. Actually, let's go to the center cam. Okay, actually take one last look at that painting. We'll go to center cam, there we go. Today's painting inspired by Elon Musk. We've got the Tesla Model X at the bottom, exploding out of that as the SpaceX rocket going up to Mars. We're just having some fun with this today. Again, thank you all so much. Let's see if, I'm gonna check in with, it didn't come back to me. I'm gonna check in with our guest right now to see if we can get him on here. So bear with me as I do this. I'm gonna just text him real quick. This is how we do it, you know, master planning. We never know who's gonna show up. For now, before we get to this special guest, if they can join us, just tell them what to do. And actually, if you see him pop up there, you can just put him in anytime. But again, wherever you're watching this at, feel free to just let me know, where are you guys watching this from? Where are you tuning in? So let me know. And actually, can I see the comments on the right? Just scroll through some of the comments. All right, so lots of comments, lots of questions. I see, let's see. Oh, so my mom asked. She says, what has been your favorite city in the world to perform? Let's go ahead and put that on the screen. Shout out to Mom. Oh, Bua is joining. All right, let's get him. We're gonna bring a guest on right now. If you're watching on Instagram or TikTok, go to the link in my bio that says watch live stream. Actually, how can I hear him? Should I put my headphones in?
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep him in the green room real quick. Why don't you just run that line over here, and then we'll get it logged in. In the meantime, it's all right. We're gonna log off of those. So if you're on Instagram or TikTok, thank you for joining us. If you want to continue this live stream, go to the link in my bio and watch us on YouTube. Peace. And for everyone else that's still watching, we're gonna bring on a special guest of mine. He's a incredible, iconic artist. That's the least that I could say about him, and there's so much more. So I see someone from Midtown Sacramento on here as well. So what we're gonna do right now is I am going to get these headphones on so I can hear him, and we're gonna bring him on the screen. And then we could turn the music down during the interview. All right, so just bear with us as we get these technicalities figured out. There we go.
There's your line. I need a barrel connector for you. Takes
Yep.
30 seconds.
All right, let me get these headphones in so I can hear him. Stand by. Do you have one over here? Ah, there we go.
Instead of slack.
Yeah. All right, let me get this earpiece in. All right, there we go. Perfect. Let's, yeah, that's cool. Let's go ahead and bring him on. We can actually get rid of the graphic. There he is.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can perfectly.
Actually, let's cut our music. And let's make sure his mic is on.
He's good. I can hear him here.
Oh, you can. I can't hear him here. All right, hang tight, Bua. We're just getting one thing figured out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Bua to the live stream at Justin Bua.
What's up, guys?
Clearly,
In case
this is
you
the
don't know
first
the
time we've
name.
done this, so there we go. At Justin Bua. We can take the ARTLIFE off the screen too. And let's go straight from the computer.
What are you doing, Dave?
There
What's
we
going
go.
on?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm just figuring out 14,000 things. That's all.
That's all. It sounds like a day in the life of Justin Bua.
Day in the life. Yes, day in the life.
I am sweating up a storm here. I just finished a painting here in the studio,
Nice.
and I was like, let's chat with Mr. Bua. So I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, well, I can do that because I got these guys cranking.
What's up, team?
Right, Ciara? What's up, Team Bua? She's editing.
Yes, the hard work. The power of a team. It took me a long time to learn that, but
Yes. It's okay to be a spoke in the wheel. In Japanese tradition, it's considered admirable and noble, but in America, and I'll tell you a funny story, when I was a teacher at USC, this was my last year of teaching. I taught there for like 12 years, and I went around the room and I said to all of my students, I said, what do you guys want to be? And someone said, I want to be the CEO. I want to be the president. I want to be the owner. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be the CEO, entrepreneur, billionaire, ad nauseum. So I said, well, wait a minute. Nobody here wants to be part of a collective. Nobody here wants to be just somebody who's like doing something noble and good and part of a team. No, everybody wanted to be the boss. And that's the American mindset. It's easy. It's get rich, quick, and easy, and nothing is easy. Everything is an effort of multiple people, beings. So
yeah,
you have to learn that. I mean, I do my own painting because I don't really trust anyone to do my own painting. But Peter Paul Rubens, probably the greatest painter, arguably the greatest painter of all time, Dutch master. He had a team. He trained everybody on his team. He had the guy painting the lions, the guy painting.
The beauty is that
the whole team.
There are no rules to things like that, but there are artists who have a team of painters cranking out stuff.
Yep, because they can. Kehinde Wiley has a team. You look at OG Slick's always thanking his team. Shepard Fairey has a team. Banksy is a collective. I mean, who knows what he has?
Maybe we're doing
he's
something
a
wrong.
collective.
We need to get people cranking out our artwork.
I mean, if I trusted anybody, honestly, Dave, who could do this, how do I flip my camera here? Can I?
Yeah,
I
I don't know. You could
I don't know
probably
if I
just flip
can.
it
Anyway.
around. Yeah.
If I could get anybody.
Yeah, guys, can you guys take a look at this? Like, we're talking to a master painter when it comes to everything from technique to theme to every aspect of creating. That's incredible.
I mean, if I could get somebody to do that, if I could get somebody to do this.
See, I don't think you
great.
show enough of that. Like, these are like masterful portraits. You show a lot of your stylistic stuff.
Yeah.
But what do you prefer to create? Things like this that are super styled out, or the challenge of a portrait?
The challenge of a portrait at this stage is not very interesting for me. There's a lot of people that could do that. I really like to paint Bua-fied, Bua-ish. That's more interesting for me. So I take a face or a character from my imagination, like this guy, History.
Yeah.
I call him History. And then there's elements of realism in him, but at the end of the day, it's about the essence and the spirit of this character. And so draftsmanship is important to me because that's just part of my makeup. But when you take draftsmanship with style, then you could get something like, Jay Dilla. Yeah. That's bad reflection, but you know what I mean? Like you get the essence of of them with a little bit of the funk and the style. A lot of people paint traditionally really well. And I'll show you something, Dave. I don't think I've shown this to anybody really. This Dennis Rodman that I did this in school when I was probably 20, 22 years old. And I was much more.
And by the way, you're at your studio in Pasadena, correct?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
But I did this when I was 22. Wow. And I will tell you that anybody can paint representationally. It's the style that is the essence.
Yeah.
So anybody, it's the style that kind of makes you unique and different. And by the way, if you paint representationally, are you going to be as good as Sargent and Zorn and Jerome and Géricault and Delacroix? No, probably not. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I think what you're saying though is like, as much as we strive to be a master at what we do and push ourselves, once you even think you get there, you're like, oh shit, there's all these other layers and history that has, been done, and they're long gone, and it's something that you work towards. Is that what keeps you ticking? Is to paint for the history books, or is it a personal journey for you?
I would say both. I mean, it's at this stage, everything I'm doing is part of everybody's collective. People know the DJ, people like that's my work. Yeah, technically I own that work, but everybody knows that work, so it's the people's work too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if I were to this painting here that everybody knows, that belongs to a consortium of an era. Yeah. And it belongs to the people. I'm a populist.
Did you always feel that way?
I do it for me. I do it for me when I do my weird stuff.
Yeah. What's considered
Not
weird?
To show.
Oh, so we can't
like
show
this,
that.
This thing, you can't show that?
I don't know. You could show it. You could
show
us.
Okay. No, I just like sketching today, just messing around.
Okay.
Oops. It's hard to see here. Hold that. Okay. She's on a giant.
This is just the daily work of Justin Bua.
I mean, I'm just thinking. It's your thinking. Whatever you're thinking, you're just drawing. You're thinking. It's not. When you have no expectation that this is going to be something, I don't want to sell this. I don't want to do anything with it. In fact, I could put it in the trash. Yeah. Because as long as what I miss is the feeling of elation and freshness. Like, wow. I find myself, I'm doing a commission for this person, or doing a job for this person. But when I feel I'm doing it for me, that's amazing. Or just doing it. So like if I put it in the trash or whatever, because it's real, it feels real. When I see my 2.5-year-old draw, it's very real. The marks are fresh and real. And then otherwise, no matter what, otherwise it feels contrived.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I feel like my lines are contrived.
Yeah. But that's amazing that you're still finding time for just, a soul exercise, drawing.
You could say a soul exercise. But yeah.
Let's call it that. We'll call it that.
We'll call it a soul exercise. I mean, I think it's important. I was talking to my friend about it. He's one of the best painters in the history of the world, my friend Ruben, and he was like, I don't really feel elated anymore. I don't really feel like anything that I do makes me sleep well at night. Like, wow, I just did that. And that feeling just feels incredible. So that's a good feeling to have.
Yeah. And you think that's because that thought is pushing him to be greater?
No, I think that thought is when you first realize it, you don't, and you feel it, you don't really capture that feeling again because you get caught up into the other aspects of everything. Money, paying the bills, working for other people. It's hard to find that feeling of like complete, pure elation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but like, did Michelangelo feel that when he painted the Sistine Chapel? Did Picasso feel like that after he put his last, slab of Guernica down. I don't know. Maybe
I feel like
maybe they did.
I honestly feel like every artist throughout history, whether it's talked about or not, has felt that. You know, in some way, artists through history were hired by a hierarchy of society in a sense, and so, you know, to survive early on, it's a lot of it is, you know, work for hire in some way. I think, to be honest, the dream of every artist is to be completely free and to create whatever the hell you want. And it's to me, I feel like that should be every artist's goal. I feel like sometimes that's what will bring out what truly is living in your soul. I would say that sometimes constraints are what also can bring out some beauty as well. I mean, look at
I agree with that.
You know, hip hop culture was birthed out of what we would consider cultural constraints, and it was like, nope, it exploded out of that.
Well, they found other ways to articulate their creativity.
Yes.
And by the way, in tandem with that, let's not forget it was the only culture at the time, a subculture, now a multi-trillion-dollar culture, that was created entirely and solely by children.
Yeah.
There was nobody over 18. There was nobody legal age who was DJing, emceeing, b-boying, or graph writing. Nobody. So it was a bunch of kids.
You grew up in that time in New York.
I grew up, yes.
And
yes, sir.
Did it feel like this movement was being created before your eyes, or was it just, did it feel that special, or did it feel like this is an outlet and expression?
It felt like just a visceral energy that was electrifying, and I couldn't even explain it, because the first time that I saw popping and breaking, different experiences. Popping was on West 4th Street. Breaking was a block away from me at Rocksteady Park with Rocksteady crew, Ken Swift, Buck 4, Kuriaki, Legs, Wiggles, Normski, Freeze, Frosty Freeze. When I saw, because that was my playground, so I would, when I checked them out for the first time, it was like, I don't know what that is, but I need to be a part of that. Like that, when I was a little kid, I was like, that is what I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I thought of when I saw this dude popping on West 4th Street. He was floating. I was like, he's floating. He's gliding. Whoa. It just blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. It completely transformed my entire reality. I was like, I can't even believe this right now. And then I wound up doing it because you wanted to be a part of it. And that was hip hop. Yeah. It was a healthy, infectious, contagious energy. Like working out. Like when you get into working out, it's like jiu-jitsu. Like gets healthy, it gets infectious, and not a negative thing like eating sugar or drinking caffeine like me that I'm into. But it was the healthy version. Like you were gonna stay out of trouble. Mm-hmm. You're gonna stay out of trouble. You're going to exercise. You're going to hang out with like-minded people, and you talk about things that are perhaps a little bit more spiritual than you were talking about, because otherwise what are you talking about? Like selling drugs and getting into trouble, talking to girls, snapping on people. All of a sudden here you are like, hey, I want to really experiment with this new move, the way my body moves, or this new can control, this new letter. It's like it gets you into a whole other headspace.
Yeah. And at that time, what balance of, say, experiencing and contributing to hip hop culture, the balance of actually creating it and expressing it through your art, like how much of the balance, or which one of those had more of an effect on you at that time? The experiencing it or the expressing it?
Oh man, it's both, because my story is the narration of the culture, but doing it lends itself to the style, because I was really into popping and b-boying, and so I think the movement of it was really important.
Yeah, man. Well, at some point we gotta get more time to actually sit down. I know we could talk for hours, but
for days. Yeah,
bro,
man.
I
appreciate you, and I appreciate you, and I love you. And,
likewise, man.
I'm doing a collab with you, and I gotta get on it, but I'm like,
I think
I'm inundated.
You just told I don't know, maybe 12 people that are on. No, I don't know. We have more than that. But.
Who cares? Good.
Yes,
That's
I'm excited
enough.
about that.
That's
All right, brother.
enough.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk soon.
All right, brother. Peace.
Talk soon. All right, there he is. There he was, Mr. Justin Bua. He just spilled the beans a little bit about a collaboration that we're working on. But for now, I appreciate you all so much for just joining us and doing this live stream with us. Take one last look at this Elon Musk inspired portrait painting inspired by this out of mind style. And thank you for joining Art Life Live. Peace.